Hey everyone, hi Nimki. How are you doing? Still sorry you got muted last week, but hopefully you had a good week. As normal, I'm going to start with the community read, but first I just want to say hi everyone. I am Brittany. I am the Cosmic Lunar Soul, and today we will be doing some fun tarot reads. So if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and if you are subscribed, welcome back. Oh no, I'm sorry you're feeling so upset. Hey Oasis. Hopefully this weekend you get a chance to kind of relax and unwind and recoup from whatever it is. So just a reminder, if you want to join the queue, go ahead and put !join in the chat, and the chat bot will add you to the queue. All right, let's get these cards warmed up. I am using my Spellcaster's Oracle deck. I have just really fallen in love with this deck. I did not expect it. All right, community read for something we can reflect on from the week behind us. What can we reflect on from the week behind us? All right, I'm gonna switch cameras here. And again, if you want to join, then put !join in the chat. Let's pull a card. Let's see what we have. Ooh, good luck. This is the good luck card. Thank you, Kiwi. Got you in the queue. So think back on the things that happened this past week that you might not have initially thought you were lucky, but you really did have some sort of luck behind you. Or think on a situation that you could have used a little more luck than you had. And if you're into witchcraft and all of that, then maybe perhaps make yourself a little good luck charm or a good luck sachet or something like that. But I just have to say how much I love this card, because look at the little black cat. And if you've seen any of my other lives, you know that I love black cats. I have 2 of them. All right, with that out of the way, let's get to some readings. I'm going to warm up my deck. I'm pulling out an old favorite, and by old favorite, I mean one of my newest old favorites. I have my Prisma Visions Tarot with me today. So let's get this baby all warmed up. All right. All right. Nimki, you were up. Go ahead, put your question in the chat, hon. And while we wait for that, I'm going to grab a sip. If my bangles are too loud, guys, just let me know. All right. Nimki, if you are in the chat, go ahead, put your question in. Okay, there you go. All right, let's see why your Pisces friend never puts in the amount of effort into your friendship. Hey Juliet, make sure you join the queue. Use !join. All right, let's see what we have. Ooh, you got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is an interesting card. It's actually a card about mentorship usually. So I think in this instance with your friend, it's it's not that she's not putting effort in, but also you have to let her know how you feel too, right? You kind of have to. Sometimes people are like oblivious to this kind of thing, and I don't see any maliciousness in this card. So, real quick, Juliet, make sure no spaces, exclamation point join with no spaces. And I think what it is some people tend to just take relationships for granted, and the Hierophant really asks you to at least communicate how you're feeling, right? So the most that you can do is figure out a way to talk to each other, and figure out how you can shape the friendship, right? Because and I know this feels like more work for you and stuff like that, but you also have to, I think, figure out whether after doing this, if she's receptive to change, then, you know, it was just a matter of the fact that she didn't really know she was being a little inconsiderate of the friendship. But if you do this and you realize that she's not going to change, I think that, you know, for your own mental well-being, you need to move on. But the Hierophant card, I also want to look something up because the Hierophant is so multi-layered. I really love the Hierophant card. Let's see. So one of the things that, so I mentioned, you know, connecting with each other, right? So make sure that you maybe reach out to someone who's mutual between each other. Oh yeah. So if you tell her that, like, if she knows that if she's that kind of person, right, and you tell her, like, I'm not going to do this anymore, this is how I feel, this is it, you're setting ground rules for yourself, and that puts the ball in the other person's court. And even though your question was more about her, I see a lot of you in this card. And I think what it is, because of that, I think this is taking the onus and putting it on you. So it's saying you have the power to make these decisions, to make these changes if you want to. And yeah, I don't like when people like ask you to, like, or expect you to chase them forever, and like expect you to put in all this effort and they're not going to reciprocate it. I mean, some people are oblivious to that, you know, but good luck, Nymph. All right, up next we have Kiwi. Kiwi, are you still in the chat? But yeah, Nymph, don't chase her, you know. Yeah, totally do. Nymph, in my description, you should see the link for the tip jar. I think it's the very first thing after the hashtags. All right, Kiwi, go ahead, put your question in the chat. Oh, and if you tip, I'll pull 3 cards total for you. It might pull an oracle card depending how the reading is going. So yeah, you'll get a fuller reading as well. And so we have in the queue, so Kiwi is up next, and then Juliet, you will be after Kiwi. Let's see, what are Jay's intentions? All right, let's see. What are Jay's intentions? Ooh, the 8 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Pentacles, I'm actually going to move this deck. Maybe I won't cut the cards over there. The 8 of Pentacles, well, first of all, Pentacles are a cards, they're a suit of like resources and stuff like that. So a lot of times when they come up in terms of relationships, it means the person sees them as someone who is they're not thinking so much, you know, with their like head, and they're not thinking so much with their like emotions, stuff like that. It's very much more logical. And so they think of you as like as someone who it's rewarding to be with you, the idea, if they're not with you. Nifki, thank you so much. Kiwi, yeah, this person sees a lot of abundance in you and sees you as someone who is caring and possibly even nurturing. Like if you notice, you might not be able to see it from there. You notice this person here is watering the flowers, tending to her garden. So Jay really sees, I guess I'm always careful about like looking too much into these things, but this J person really sees something solid in you, something that can be really long term, and basically sees you blossoming, right? The relationship between you guys blossoming. So this is really great energy. This Eight of Pentacles energy is really great. Hi, Ariana. Thank you for joining. All right. Up next, we have Juliet. And I know you put your question in the chat. I think it was, how does O feel about you, right? And then Nimki, I'm going to pop over to you. You're welcome, Kiwi. Thank you. I was going to say, I was reading and you like read my mind. I was going to say, I'm going to pop over to you after I do this one and then pull some cards for you. So go ahead and put the question in chat. All right, Juliet, what's your, oh yeah, I know your question. How does O feel about you? How does O feel about Juliet? Ooh, you got one of the unique cards in this deck. So this deck has some cards unique to it on top of all of the regular tarot cards. And this one is Illumination. So this is actually one of the cards that I kind of have a running understanding of what it is. And if you look at it, it's really quirky looking, right? It's really mysterious, kind of really fun. So this person really sees you as someone who is just illuminating, someone who is really fun to be around, really quirky, and it's just really enjoyable. So he has really good energy and really has really good thoughts about you. But yeah, there's your card. All right. So Nimki, let's see. Did she ever appreciate you and what you did for her? Did Nimki's Pisces friend, oof, my hair is all over the place. Did Nimki's Pisces friend ever appreciate her? All right, card number 1. Card number 2. You are so welcome, Juliet. And card number 3. Oh, well, how funny. Pulled that same card. These cards are very rare for me to pull, so it's funny that I pull it back to back. And you can hear me shuffling. So first you asked, did she ever appreciate you and what you did for her? I think she did. She definitely did. With this strength card, with this illumination card, definitely appreciated it. Probably too much, to the point that she started relying on you. So you have these really great energy cards, but they're split by this Ten of Swords. And I'm going to just look up the reversal, but the Ten of Swords is generally a sign of internal conflict. And in reverse, this is definitely a lot more of an anxiety, a regret card, and conflict. So maybe I think this person probably knows what they're doing at this point, but feels so far down that path that there's no turning back. So like they realize that maybe there was a singular thing that happened between you that just, and it could be too that you guys are these cards, right? Like one of you is strength, one of you is the illumination card, and this event split you, and this is the energy that's now between you. You have a lot of regret and anxiety dealing with each other. And you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and pull an oracle card to see what needs to happen between you guys. Let's see. Oh, the Justice card. So, Nimki, Justice in tarot is generally what I like to call like comeuppance, or like you're gonna get what you deserve kind of card. And I feel like if you look at it at this oracle card here, you have this woman who is she's sort of looking off to the side, right? And I think she's looking off towards the direction that there needs to be some justice happening. And if you've already dealt with her before and had these conversations and confronted her, then the justice needs to be you just walking away and distancing yourself, because she's obviously getting something out of this relationship, right? She's getting your energy. I kind of feel you as this strength card just because of the vibes you give me, but you need to let justice happen. And what that can mean a few things, right? That could just mean solidly cutting yourself off from this person and stop letting them suck your energy, you know? Or it could mean like confronting them again and solidly like putting your foot down and saying that you don't want to be treated this way. It could be a lot of things, but I think that's for you to decide how you're going to handle this situation. And if to be honest, if you've spoken to her in the past, like me being me, if you've spoken to her in the past and she hasn't like, you know, changed, or she's just responded very poorly, then I would just, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth your energy. And she kind of gives me like energy vampire kind of vibes. Yeah, if that is a really good way to look at this. There definitely does seem to be like a power struggle here, right? And strength is, it doesn't, you know, literally mean strength, but in terms of this whole dynamic, there does seem to be some push and pull between being the like strong one in the relationship versus being the fun, quirky one, or something like that. And I'm sorry she's responding that way. I think looking at this, especially with that justice card that was pulled, you definitely need to make a decision on how you're going to handle the next few interactions and decide what justice looks like for the relationship that you're dealing with. All right. Ariana, are you next? Are you still here, hon? And Nivki, thank you so much again for the tip. I hope you enjoyed your deeper reading and your oracle pull as well. And I'm so sorry that you're having such trouble with this person, especially, you know, when friendships come to an end. It's sad. It's sad when a period of just growing apart becomes too much for a friendship. You're so welcome. And, you know, it's not about just wanting justice. It sounds like you deserve it from what's been going on. You're welcome. All right, Ariana, if you are still here, go ahead, put your question in the chat. And up next, after Ariana, I have Oasis of Space. All right, I don't see Ariana, so up next we have Oasis of Space. Go ahead and put your question in the chat. Hey, Mr. Wright. How's it going? Hopefully you had a good weekend. We just finished up with a lovely reading for Nymph Key. And if you have a question, go ahead and put join in the chat. Everything's good on a Friday. So just to remind you guys, I am reading from my Prisma Visions Tarot. And I also have on the side, if you would like a deeper reading and you tip, I have my Spellcaster's Oracle. And depending on the reading, I might pull an Oracle card for you. Facts. I didn't get my my bottle of wine though. I feel like my mic is a little hot. Hold on. Let me turn that down some. It should be better. All right. Hopefully that is a little better. I think that should be good. I guess I just got a little loud. Hi, Lunar Witch. Another Lunar Witch. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It took a while to figure it out, and I get bored easily, so it changes from time to time. How are you doing today? And if you want a card pulled, I can pull one for you. Hey, Azure, how you doing? Hi, Cheryl, how are you doing? Hopefully you guys are having a great week. I know I'm excited for the weekend. So just so you know, if you would like a card pull, go ahead and put !join in the chat. No spaces. And I will pull a card for you from my Prisma Visions Tarot. If you'd like a deeper reading, a more in-depth reading, I'll pull 3 cards for you. And then I will, depending on how the reading is going, I will pull an extra card from my Spellcaster's Oracle deck. Swap it around, but I still got you, Cheryl. Go ahead, put your question in the chat. Yeah, there we go. Nice. There you go, guys. All right. So Cheryl, I know you tried to do that, so let me go ahead and I think it chose Azure next. Sorry. Can-Chan, don't forget the exclamation point. Exclamation point, join. Azure, go ahead and put your question in the chat too. All right. Okay, great. Cheryl, I see your question as well. So let me pull a card for Azure, and then I got you next. All right, let's see. Jor wants to know what their next step with their career is. Next step for Azur's career. So you got the Judgment in reverse. Let me look the reverse up there. Just because I'm still working on my reversals, but Judgment is usually about things that you deserve to come up. So let's see what reverse is. So, ooh, interesting. So you've had some career hiccups, I guess, recently, and or just in the past, I should say. And I guess that has slowed you down in terms of advancing your career. So I think if you are someplace, you need to either, if there's no upward mobility where you are, then you need to move on. And if there is upward mobility, you need to stop dragging your feet and apply for those positions. I don't know which one it is, you know, with just the one card, but this is definitely a sign that you need to move on. And let me just switch this around so you can see. This is actually a door, and it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you've been nervous about some new positions that you're applying for, or that you want to apply for, don't be nervous. You know, there's, you know, that saying, the grass is always greener. It's a little like facetious, but you know, this card is literally showing you the light on the other side of the door frame, the doorway. So you just gotta step through. And as someone who recently switched careers, I understand the fear of that. So yeah, I think if you've been a little hesitant to move on or move up, whichever direction you're going, I think just kind of let go of those fears and take those steps. Hey, Gigi. Kanchan, yeah, POS is just short for position. So POS. All right, Cheryl, let me get your, I'm going to do a quick yes no coin for you, and then I will flip a card based off of that, okay? So, you just want to know, Cheryl wants to know if she will have to wait much longer for her financial issues to resolve. Ooh, okay. No, you don't. All right, so let's see what energy is behind that. Let's see. Ooh, this is, okay, so you got a unique card in my deck, Cheryl. It was in reverse, so I'm going to go ahead and set it here, but it's Reverie. And let me just show you what it looks like too. So I'm going to pull another one because these unique cards have to sort of be determined intuitively, and I'm not quite there with this card yet, but that was in reverse. So I'm going to pull one more for you. Thank you, Gigi. This is my Prisma Visions deck, and I love it. The artwork is so pretty. One day I'll have to do a live where I just kind of show you the entire deck, because it's just really cool how it's laid out. So, Cheryl, you have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and, you know, so remember, your answer is no. You won't have to wait much longer, but this card is warning you to still be very smart with how things are going in the near future. So there's still possibility, you know, the future's not set in stone. There's still a possibility that things may not quite go right. So just play things smart, be a little mindful about how things are going, and you should be good. So good luck. All right. So we got Cheryl. Up next is Kaylee. If you are still here, go ahead, put your question in the chat. And while we you know, it's funny. This is just actually scribbles. This is like a little, it's like a placemat, like a mouse pad textured placemat. And this is really, I think it's just scribbles. I don't think they're letters of any alphabet. As you're putting off buying what? No, Cheryl, you don't have to wait too much longer. Just be careful. And, you know, the play it smart thing could also be mindful of your own finances while you're waiting. There could be a lot of things to be mindful of. I love how you just love the... Oh, you just bought the Prisma Visions deck? Oh my gosh. Did you get the extra cards in yours? Let's see. I think... All right. Up next is Kanchan. But yeah, this deck is really nice. I will say though, if you buy the unique cards as your, like the ones that are extra of the deck, they are slightly oversized. And let me show you real quick. So I got the unique cards, and can you see that? That blue border up there is the card in the back. So just, you know... Brooks, no, I might have missed your question. I'm sorry, Kaylee. Go ahead and put it in the chat. So sorry. Let's see. Oh, I see. I see your question now. Let's see. I'm going to do my coin for you and then do a follow-up card similar to how I did with Cheryl. All right. So Kaylee, you want to know, are you going to be able to write a book and be an author one day? I got a no, so let's see what's going on with that. Energy behind that no. Thank you for being patient, Kanchan. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Cups are usually are about like your emotions and stuff like that, and the 5 of Cups in reverse is it's actually positive. And I think what it is, this one's interesting. Let me pull another card here, just because the vibe that I'm getting is that you've maybe accepted and then I got a unique card, so you're going to get a 3 card pull. Nine of so it's very interesting. I'm getting like conflicting energy because I feel like you're asking me about wanting to be an author, wanting to write a book, and you know, I got this no, but the energy here is really positive. And I think that perhaps right now you want to write the book, and this will happen. Let me caveat with you guys, sometimes in readings things don't make sense right away and they will later. So I'm just going to explain the energy that I'm feeling here, and you'll have to like let me know how that goes. So this 5 of Cups in reverse is about accepting things that just aren't going to happen. You're accepting grief, you're accepting loss, accepting disappointment, whatever these things that have been happening to you, you start to accept them. And then this is the winged boar, and this card is unique. I don't know quite what it means, but I'm getting the vibe of, upright, you see this boar flying off, like flying, going for their dreams, stuff like that. And then in reverse, maybe having to pivot. So then you have this 9 of Chalices, which is a card of really just harmony and happiness. So you're kind of going through this journey here, right? So like perhaps this was the second card I pulled, but perhaps you have to pivot sometimes for some reason, and you finally start to accept that, and you find happiness in something else. So Kanchan, you're next up. So I kind of feel bad because the answer to your question is no, but overall the energy is good. It's very conflicting, Kaylee, sorry if I said your name wrong. All right, you are up next, Kanchan. Go ahead, put your question in the chat, and I'm glad you like that my screen is very organized. I'm an engineer by trade, so I like for things to be very like, I try to be artsy, but everything still comes out really like cookie cutter, and I think that's so funny that you sort of caught on to that. Q's current feelings. Oh, question. Current feelings towards me. His name is Prashant. Yep. All right, let's see how Prashant is feeling. Let me get this string out of here. All right. How does Prashant feel about Kanchan? Kaylee, actually, yeah, that could be what it is. And maybe it's not, maybe it's the part, when you ask compound questions, sometimes it's hard to tell what the answer, how it affects the answer, but that could be it. It could be that you do write your book, but you don't publish it, or perhaps you don't publish it in the way that you had originally intended. It could be a lot of things, like that. But ultimately you still find happiness in how things turn out, which, to be honest, is still really good. All right. Oh gosh, these cards are like acting up on me. All right, let's try this again. Let me get a nice reset here for you, Kanchan. Okay. How does Prashant feel about Kanchan? There we go. We have strength in reverse. I keep pulling the same cards. It's so funny how that happens sometimes. But strength in reverse is actually about avoidance. You're avoiding like a difficult situation. So perhaps he's worried about how things are going to go with you, right? Maybe he's not sure how he feels or how you feel. Most likely the latter. Most likely he's unsure about how you feel, and he's nervous about investing any further until he gets a better idea, right? So this isn't I don't want to say, he definitely likes you, obviously. He wouldn't have these like conflicting weird emotions otherwise. So he definitely likes you. It's just a matter of now his actions, right? So I know the question is his feelings, but a lot of times the feelings can tell you how their actions can tell you how they're gonna feel. So hopefully he can switch this energy around, and maybe you can help him if you guys are close enough and chat and stuff. Maybe throw some stronger hints around, flip that energy up, because this is very much a go-getter card. This is someone who, you know, both people can really like someone, but this is someone who's going to really take a lot of action and go get what they want. So hopefully that's still good news. Just, you know, to know that he's a little nervous, or he or she. Prashant sounds like a male's name, but I shouldn't assume. So yeah, still though, I wish you luck if you decide to pursue something. All right, Gigi, you are up. And thank you, Kanchan, for being so patient. You are awesome. And guys, if you've been enjoying the readings, if you enjoyed your reading, enjoyed watching the other readings, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you would like a more in-depth reading, then feel free to give me a little tip. The link is in the description. You're welcome. And thank you so much for complimenting my little setup. You could just ask me. I love you, Gina. No, I'm kidding. Let me stop. All right. Let's see. B's feelings for Gigi. Five of Cups. Oh yeah. I'll have to get you one, and I'll bring it up to you next time I come up there. Five of Cups. This person is, they're kind of going through it a little bit, like emotionally. I think they're disappointed, and not in like you personally, but like in the situation. So maybe they thought they shot their shot and was like, if you didn't catch on, maybe they were like, oh, you know, this person's not interested, or they feel like maybe you're too invested with someone else, because yeah, they're like, they're disappointed, not mentally, but like emotionally, like just emotionally let down a little bit. And yeah, they kind of a little melancholy there. And are you and B, and you did say non-romantic, so I think I think maybe it could just be, I'm sorry, you did say non-romantic, so it's more of a maybe disappointment in the friendship a little bit, and just why am I having a hard time with this? These fives of cups today are giving me these mixed signals. So the this is in direct conflict with each other. So there's some conflict going on. But ultimately the main emotion is and some disappointment that's happening. But then here you have this Four of Wands, which usually fours are about celebration, and but you know, maybe a celebration that didn't turn out the way that they were expecting, or friendship or something like that. That actually makes more sense. Four of Wands is also representative of friendships, and that would explain that. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I just have to talk myself through the process, especially tonight. I've been getting like very uniquely paired cards for some reason, but as long as that makes sense to you, it doesn't really need to make complete sense to me. It's not my situation. All right, Mr. Right, you've been waiting so patiently. If you're still hanging out there, go ahead, put your question in the chat. And I'm glad. It's so funny because sometimes I will give readings and I will be like, what is happening? What are these cards? And the current will be like, oh yeah, this all is exactly what's going on. I'm like, what's going on over there? You're welcome. Of course, you know, you're always welcome. Okay. That is probably the funniest thing I've seen all day, but all right, let's see what the cards have to say about next week. How's next week gonna go for you? Hopefully you don't yuck things up. All right, let's see. Next week. Ooh, Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, or aces in general, are like new beginnings and stuff like that. So the Ace of Wands, excuse me real quick. The Ace of Wands is about inspiration. So maybe next week you're going to do things that really inspire you, or you're going to be met with inspiration. It can also be a sign of, I know you've been killing it at work, but it could be a sign of surprise bonuses at work, or promotions, or just accolades in general. But overall, there's like this energy of, you know, starting a new chapter and achievement as well. So it's actually like really good energy. So I really hope you don't yuck things up, but maybe you do in the like slang sort of way, right? Like in the bad is good kind of way. And it's funny, I'm looking at this keyword here, and it says the spear is a symbol of male virility. Oh my god, I can't read today. And I've always noticed that this card is oddly phallic. It's a very phallic wand here. You're welcome. That's so funny. I need a shirt that says "Gone full goof" and on the back, "Time to yuck things up." Someone make that for me. Hey Sahu, how are you doing? Hope you had a good week. Welcome to the live. If you would like a reading, go ahead, use !join to enter the queue. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. Who knows? Maybe you're just gonna get another like fur baby. Maybe this is the week that I finally just pull an Apollo off on you because he worked my last nerve. Okay. Hey Ariana. Sorry I missed you earlier. Or we missed each other, I would say. Alright. So up next I have Sahu, and then Ariana, you will be after Sahu. Go ahead, Sahu, and go ahead, put your question in the chat. Yes, you can. I plan to. He's gonna have his little stick and bandana. I'm gonna put him on a bus and send him to you. All right, so you want to know if Dalal, hopefully I said that right, what he or she is feeling, what is he feeling for you, and did he miss you today? Ariana, it's okay. It's Friday. I'll give you a pass this time. Just don't let it happen again. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's see. What are Dulav's feelings for Sahu, and did he miss Sahu? Guess I should put this back in. Ooh, Two of Cups. This is generally when this pops up. This is the pinnacle relationship card, the typical relationship card outside of the Lovers card. And so this person is definitely feeling you. And I can do a quick yes or no to see if he missed you. Did Dalal miss Sahu today? Woo. Yes, so he definitely missed you. Yeah, this person is digging you a lot and wants to start a relationship with you and do all of the gross lovey-dovey things. So yeah, you got a really nice card there. All right, Ariana, you are up next. Hopefully you're not distracted this time. And again, if you guys are enjoying your reading, make sure you like this live. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, Sahu, that's awesome news. So hopefully, things expand from here. And you're very welcome. Thanks for dropping by. And you're free to hang out. I will do a community read at the end. So, ooh, I love that question, Ariana. What do you need to release with the full moon? What should Ariana release for the full moon? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's so weird to get the same cards over and over, just sometimes in different positions. Aw. I don't blame you. I only have cats, and even still I understand. So in the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and you wanted to know what to release in the full moon. Okay. If you are currently working somewhere that you're just not having a good time, it's burning you out, or it's not paying you your worth, then perhaps it's time to release that job. I don't mean quit. I just want to put it out there. Time to put in into the universe that you're going to leave your job and find a better one. Or I would say it the other way around. You're going to find a better job and leave this one behind. And you can start manifesting that. Because the Eight of Coins is usually about apprenticeship and working and being rewarded in that regard. But in reverse, that is actually not serving you. It's actually doing more harm than good. So that is a great thing that you can, a good opportunity for you to release. And of course, this could also be people, right? So I just want to show you upright. This woman is watering her garden. So she's growing the things around her and, nurturing all of that. But in reverse, perhaps it's the opposite that's happening. There are people around her that are not suiting her. So if there's anything relationship wise or friendship wise or just anything like that, perhaps release that energy as well. But I will say, let me check my moon app. Doing releasing spells or releasing rituals or anything like that is really better suited for the new moon. Even though I know we're coming up into the full moon cycle. Oh my gosh, you did? Okay, what is today? Okay, so we have the full moon coming up. I love doing workings on the full moon, so I'm all for this. But if you want to do a more long-term thing, I'm trying to find the correct app here so I can look ahead for you. Then I would say on November 4th, if you are in the Northern Hemisphere and in the US area, then November 4th, do another releasing ritual. And hopefully it's not too bad at your job where you are now, but I'm glad that resonates with you. All right. So guys, I think the queue is quiet. So why don't we go on to the community read? I started the live off with something from this week that we can reflect on, and the card was good luck. So reflecting on the things that we had some good luck in, or perhaps need a little more luck. And if we needed a little more luck, think about how we can do that, like a little good luck charm or a good luck ritual. Yeah, it is very scary to pivot a little bit. And I did that a year and a half ago, and it's scary, but I think it can be rewarding. It can definitely open you up to a whole lot of new things. And I have to say that the Eight of Pentacles was really frighteningly spot on for you. But I wish you luck. If you have Instagram, you'll have to I don't have a community tab on YouTube yet, but if you're on Instagram and you do your releasing ritual, you'll have to DM me. Let me know how it went and how you felt and all of that. I need to do some more witchy stuff on this channel. All right. Let's do a community read on what we can take into the weekend with us, what we can focus on and meditate on as we go into the weekend. Grieving. Grieving can seem like such a dark card, but really grieving is part of the process of just being. And thank you, Ariana. I've been thinking of doing some witchy lives, so if you like that idea, let me know. I'm still toying with the idea. But, sometimes you have to grieve in order to get that energy out and invite room for better energy. And so as we go into the weekend, think of the things, and it's so serendipitous because Ariana was just talking about the things that she can release. So as we go into the weekend, what are the things we can release? What can we make room for? What are these really lovely, like, butterfly energy that we can make room for to bring in as we let things go? And this card is just so pretty. I love this deck so much. I think that with that, the queue is empty, so I will actually go ahead and just close the queue here, and we will meet next week. So I will be here next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss my next live. And hopefully I will have some videos up for you as well. And thank you guys so much for joining me for today's live. Alrighty. Bye, Keith. Bye, guys.